So Daniel just said to me before we went to break, or just during break, if I get off topic, just let me know. Is that something you do a lot? Do you get off topic?
A lot, yeah. Me personally, I'm a chatterbox. I love talking,
Hence why you do real estate.
Yeah, exactly. Like we'll be talking about, Washington. Next, we're talking about avocados. Like, I don't know, the conversation just goes everywhere.
As somebody that identifies as ADHD,
yeah,
totally with you on that.
Exactly.
Washington to avocados. It makes sense to me. I get it. Okay, so this work ethic thing, you work really hard, but like you were told, you're going to be on the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you didn't really have a whole lot of parental support in what endeavors you wanted to do, transitioning from childhood to adult. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, so I grew up with my mom.
Okay.
I grew up over there, and then I moved with my pops when I was 18. Mm-hmm. So it was a pretty big transition. Unfortunately, I was told those comments by my mom. So
and that's tough when you're young, because whether you like your parents or not, there's something when a parent says it hits you differently than when it's some random stranger or some friend, because that's your parents.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been my big motive. I always hear that in the back of my head.
Still?
Yeah, like I'll wake up sometimes a little upset because I'm just like, I'll have that replay of you're going to end up on the streets.
How do you that's so sad.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a second. That's we all have our issues. Most of us, I'm assuming, with their parents growing up. And when you say stuff like that, that actually takes me back to some stuff myself that I haven't really thought about in the longest time. That's a very relatable situation. I mean, do you think that stuff is just said out of anger because they're taking it out on you? Like at the time, obviously you didn't allow it to really hit you and stuff because you're doing all the things you are now. So how did you cope with that stuff, hearing it from your parents?
Me personally is, having a good support system. That was my main thing to get through it.
Who is that at that point? Like, or what does that support system look like?
So me personally, I look for a support system that actually checks on you and wants to make sure that you have a well-being. Me personally, the reason why I say that is, someone who actually wants to make sure you're doing good. Someone who's not just there when you're at the top.
So at the college here, like, is that somebody? Is that like, did you have people like that when you were doing your real estate license here, and then even now that you're going here again? Yeah.
So on this campus, I had a couple professors that I looked up to. So that would have been one of them, which was Gregory Jones. He's a communication major professor here, and he motivated me when I met him in class, and he saw how I presented myself, and he asked for my story. He asked what were my goals, like what I was doing in public speaking, because public speaking is for people to learn, and me, I just needed to get a general ed requirement out of it. And for him to actually be interested and intrigued of why I was there and what my goals were kind of motivated me. And he made like a reference letter for me too, to give to jobs and all that. And then my professor, Regina Brown, as well, she's very supportive, very uplifting, and then when I would ask for advice, she was always making sure to guide me. And then, of course, yourself as well, you've helped me out a lot.
Well, then, nobody told him to say that. That just came out of his mouth. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, me personally, I'm very grateful for you as well. I've learned a lot, and, I'm utilizing it to the best of my ability, because it's about who you know and nowadays, and being able to learn from a person like yourself who has that, knowledge and education, it really helps me out too.
Well, good. I hope you got some chuckles along the way, because life is so serious.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah, you were getting me a little teary-eyed earlier with your whole story there, going back to childhood. My gosh. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we have some fun questions that we're gonna ask you that are real estate oriented or related. And stick around. This is gonna be some fun, and we'll see what Daniel says to the questions. We'll be right back.